Hey, Melissa, thank you so much again for being so accommodating.
Sure, no worries.
Well, it's been almost a year to the day that we're doing this interview, because we saw you last year, and I've been doing this for 23 years, and that's the first time I've seen you perform, and blown away. I mean, didn't know you had the talent for playing the drums either. I mean, you came out on stage and we're thinking you're going to come out, you know, you're going to hit the guitar, you know, and here you have this little drum set there and you just started pounding away, and I'm just sitting here going, what am I watching here? I mean, this is freaking amazing.
Okay. My plan worked.
Yeah, so besides guitar and drums, what other instruments do you play, if any?
Oh, I play piano and keyboards. I play harmonica. I can play the saxophone. Would I play it if I'm a bunch of people? Not so sure.
Well, I know you're extremely busy because you're on tour, and we're really looking forward to seeing you at the end of this month at the unbelievably beautiful and famous Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, and the weather is fantastic. Right now I'm in my car and it says 87 degrees, and it's every bit of 87 degrees and sunny right now. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Bring it on.
I hear you. Where are you at right now?
Right now I'm in Arizona, so it's not so bad.
Oh, you can't complain.
I know.
All right, well, let's get started. I want to ask you, at what point in your life did you know that you wanted to do this for a living?
Well, I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and music just made me crazy. I loved listening to it. I loved seeing it on the television, you know, in Sullivan when I was a kid. And then when I was 8 years old, my dad brought a guitar home for my sister, but I begged and pleaded, and they finally let me take lessons. And I just was obsessed with it. And you know, even in third grade, fourth grade, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a singer, you know. I'm like, whoa, okay, little lady, little girl, whatever. And it just was always my dream. And then when I was 11, I started actually playing in band. So I just started it. I started on this path a long time ago.
Now, who were some of the artists that you looked up to that may have helped shape your sound?
Well, when I was younger, it was the singer-songwriters. It was Paul Simon. It was Bruce Springsteen. It was Joni Mitchell, and then there was the singers who just made me crazy. Aretha Franklin, Al Green. Oh goodness, Johnny Mathis. I'm remembering the albums that my parents had, and then by the time the late 80s came, it was just all the music I was crazy about, all the rock and roll, and Zeppelin, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, all of that. I just want to jump into that world and be in it. Now,
of course, your voice is also your instrument. What do you do, if anything, to maintain your voice?
That's a big, that's learning what takes care of my voice. And I learned it early on, I can't smoke. I learned early on I can't drink. It's just not healthy for me. And then after I went through cancer over, oh my gosh, it's been 11 years now, and I'm cancer-free totally. After going through that, I realized, how important my health was. So I started, eating better, sleeping right, looking at my stress. And when I did that, my voice got stronger. And so I realized, if I can athlete, if I take care of my body, then my voice is strong. Mostly, the biggest influence on my voice is my gut, actually. So to keep that healthy, then my throat's healthy.
Makes a lot of sense. And like with my family and millions of other families out there, cancer has touched us all. And we are so grateful and thrilled that you are cancer-free, and you're such a great spokesman as well. For people that are out there that have cancer and they're fighters. I mean, you could have went along and said, I'm gonna wear the wig and all this and that, but I mean, you were just balls out in front saying, hey, you know what? We're human. This shit happens to us. And, you know, we just got to face it, we got to fight it, and we got to push on, and we can't let it, you know, take over our lives or take our lives. And I think, I mean, you're an inspiration, absolutely.
Thank you. That means so much, and it was that was a very unexpected result of that. Is that still 11 years later, people constantly come up to me and tell me that, and it means a lot to me. Thank you.
Well, I think I heard something as well. I might have gotten a press release maybe a month ago. You're coming down here to Dolphin Stadium to do a show with Sheryl Crow. Am I correct?
Yes. Well, we're doing a it'll be a show for the Dolphins Cancer Challenge.
Yep.
Connected with that. Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So we're definitely looking forward to that, and we're going to plug the hell out of that on our websites as well.
Right on.
And you had mentioned drinking before, in that last question that preceded this one here. Speaking of drinking, how's things going with your cannabis-infused wine?
What an interesting path that has led me on to understand cannabis regulations and rules in this country and the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, I'm bound by federal and state regulations, yet I'm going through many, I'm just on that road of getting beverages approved. And, you know, I will give you updates as we go along, but it's a truly amazing beverage that has been around for thousands of years. They infused wine with all kinds of herbs, including cannabis. Back in biblical times, you know, they find clay casks that have both of them in it all the time. So this is nothing new, but it's a new product to our American culture. So I look forward to introducing that as I go through all these steps to finally get to that point.
Of course, of course. Maybe this is a question you can answer, I don't know, but being that it's infused with the cannabis, can you only sell the product in states that have legalized, you know, medical marijuana or marijuana use in general, or?
Well, right now I sell it in California through my dispensary, and if you are a registered, you know, cannabis patient in California, you can get the wine. It is called a wine tincture because tinctures are medicines that are distributed through alcohol, and it happens to be wine. This is the alcohol that it's through. So that is how we sell it to California residents, you know, and registered patients at this time. The interesting thing is, and it's a long, drawn-out process of actually saying this is not a THC product.
Right.
In that this is it is a cold infusion, which means that the THC is never released.
I see.
So it leaves us open to not necessarily calling it a cannabis product. So it's kind of I'm walking gray areas, but we'll see what happens in the end. So it'll be an interesting story.
It certainly sounds like a lot of red tape, but also you're in a learning process, I guess. You know, I've never heard of a product like this, so I find it very interesting.
Cool. You can watch as it moves along.
Sounds good. So, final question: what is next for you? Any new writing coming up? Any new albums? What's coming up for you?
Always making new music. I'm always writing. The next project, though, is very, very special, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is because we're going to do a big announcement for it.
Okay.
But it's very musical, and it's something near and dear to my heart, and very soulful. And I'm just, but very soon you'll be hearing of what I'm doing and when it's going to be out.
Well, that sounds great. I'm very excited, Melissa, and again, I thank you so much for your time and consideration in doing this interview with us, and we'll see you at the end of the month at the Fountain Blue. And actually, last year, you had signed a guitar for us for Disabled American Veterans, which brought just a little over $900. And I wanted to...
wow, great.
Oh, yeah. And with cancer so close to your heart and my family as well, the Miami Children's Hospital, the Cancer Center, is doing a silent auction for the holidays in December. Would you be able to sign another one at the end of this month so we can donate it to them?
Bring it to me. It's easy. I will absolutely do that. No problem at all.
Wonderful. Again, thank you so much, Melissa. Safe travels. You are truly blessed, and I hope when you get up every morning you kiss the floor, because, I mean, you're Superwoman, you know? Everything you've been through and surviving, and you keep going, and you're spreading, you know, great messages through your lyrics and stuff. You're a hell of a drummer, guitar player, songwriter, and we need more.
Well, thank you so much. I look forward to more of all of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, see you soon.
Hey, thanks. Bye-bye, hon.
Bye, sweetie.